All right, so let's take a look at this figure bass right here. We're in the key of B flat. So we know this first chord is going to be the 1 chord. And I see the bass is descending here, so I'm going to double the 2 B flats there. I'm going to do this with a close voice leading, kind of like the challenge of that. All right, so we have, this is the stem to the B flat and the D and the F. 4-2, of course, we know means 6-4-2. And we don't really have to think about that much. We can write a 6, which ties over, a 4 also ties over, and a 2. So do you see how this is the same chord, but it has a passing 7th in the bass? Now, since this is an A flat, this is a B flat 7 chord, which means it's a chromatically altered chord. And this is a major triad with a minor 7th, so this is 5-4-2 of something. And in the key of B flat 7 is 5 in the key of E flat, which would be 4 in the key of B flat. And since it's a 4-2, the 7th resolves down, so we know this is going to be 4-6 right here. So we want to take our 7th goes down, our leading tone goes up. I'm going to keep the B flat here, and I'm going to have this F converge here on the E flat. Okay, now if we weren't considering what's happening next, the soprano could have gone to G, but we wouldn't want that to happen because I see here G goes to G flat. And if we had a G here, it would be strange to have 2 Gs. Then they'd go to 2 G flats, and that would be parallel octaves. So doubling the E flat is definitely the play right here. And you see how these are the same figure. So this just means that this E flat major chord now has a G flat in it. So it's minor 4-6. The other pitches can just stay the same. Okay, and now we're going to 6-4 on F. So that's a cadential 6-4. Right, 4th above the bass is B flat. 6th above the bass is D, and then we always double the bass in a 6-4 chord. Okay, now if we didn't know what was coming next, we would think that the B flat would move to A, the F would move to E flat, and the D would move to C. But rather than having F to E flat in the soprano, we're going to have F to E flat in the bass, which means this F will sustain, this will still step down to C, and this will step down to A. So now this 6-4 is a cadential 6-4 leading us to 5-4-2. Okay. The figure on this looks weird, but think about what happens here. Do you see this is a 6, which steps down, but the interval it steps down to is a 6, because the basis for calculating the interval also stepped down. And again, this is a 4, which steps down, but the bass stepped down, so it's still a 4, and it's a 6-4-2. This goes to 1-6. All right, so the 7th resolves down, the leading tone resolves up. We'll keep our common tone, and I'm going to take this to D, actually. No, I'm going to take it to B flat. So we got D, B flat, and F. Sorry, this is messy right here. And this 1-6 is going to go to 5. So I'm going to take this B flat up to C. The F is going to sustain, and the B flat's going to come down to A. There's a 5 chord. This can easily resolve to 1. D in the soprano right here. Okay. Now, of course, if you didn't start with the voices like this, you know, it wouldn't look the same, but every one of these voices you should have. You should have a voice that goes F, F, E flat, F, then sustaining F. Okay, you should have a voice that goes D, E flat, D, C, B flat, C, D. All right, so that's that one. Let's take a look at this progression right here. I'll do this on manuscript paper. So we've got D minor, and we got 1, 5, 6, 5, 4, 2 of 4, 4, 6, 5, 5, 4, 2 in Neapolitan, Neapolitan 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, 6, 7 diminished 6, 1, and we end on 5. Okay, so we're in D minor. All right, so 1, it's going to be that. I'm going to voice it D, A, F, D. 5, 6 is going to take us to C sharp right here. Oops, not a natural sharp. Keep the common tone A. This will go to E. This will also go to E. You might think, the D can't go to C sharp. If we move smoothly, this is what we need to go to. Now we want 5, 4, 2 of 4. 4 in the key of D minor is G minor. Okay, so we're going to need a D7 chord right here. And so it's D, F sharp, A, C, and the C is in the bass because it's a 4-2. All right, so we can keep our A, and we need a D and we need an F sharp. So one of these E's will move to D, one will move to F sharp. We want to make this voice move to F sharp and this voice move to D. If we had taken this voice to F sharp and this to D, there'd be too much of a gap right here. So this is what we have to do in this spot. This is now going to 4-6, which is G minor. We know the 7th has to resolve down, and this gives us that. Leading tone goes up. We keep our common tone, and let's double the G. 4-6 is going to go to 5, which is an A chord. So A, C sharp, and then we have 2 G's here. One is going to go to A, and one is going to go to E. I'm going to do it here just to have a better spacing in this chord. And now we have a 5, 4, 2 of the Neapolitan. The Neapolitan is E flat major, so 5, 7 of that is going to be a B flat 7 chord. And with a 4, 2 in the bass, that's going to be an A flat. Okay, so now we need B flat, D, F, A flat. So there's our A flat, this is our B flat. This is going to go here to F. I'm going to put a natural on it just to, I guess I don't really need to do that. Well, yeah, since I had an F sharp here, and this is going to go up to D. Yeah, come in. Hey, I'll be right with you. I'm recording a video. Just give me like 2 minutes. So B flat, D, F, A flat. That was Victor, by the way. So you can all mention to him that he interrupted the video. No, just kidding. This is my office hour, so he's totally legit coming here. So this is going to go to the Neapolitan 6. Leading tone has to go up. There's our flat 2. This is going to go to G, and this is going to go to G. Sorry, this is going to stay on the B flat. Okay. So now, here is our Neapolitan, and when we go to the 5-4-2, this is what we were calling paradigm number 4. So I'm going to take the B flat down to A, keep the G, and we know the E flat has to go to C sharp. So here's our flat 2 to 7, and that's going to go up to 1 right here. The 7th and the 5-7 has to go down. And this was going to 1-6. and we'll keep the A as a common tone. Okay, so now 1-6 to 7-6 down to 1, that's going to be a passing chord there. Okay, 7 diminished 6 is going to be C sharp, E, G. So here is the C sharp. This is going to have to go to G. It's going to have to go to G. And then we're heading to our 1 chord. This has got to go here. I'm going to take this one to F. Yeah, and this one to A. Give this a nice little internal voice exchange right here. And then that's going to go to 5, which is E, C sharp, and A. All right, so that's our progression. Compare that to what you have, and hopefully you were close. I'll upload a PDF of these 2 solutions as well, and you should, hopefully you already have done the assignment, and then I want you to correct it, and I think I may have you upload just a picture of it so you don't have to hand in the paper. All right, that's it. Thanks, everybody.